Oh, 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 that's really loud. Is that so loud? Turn it down a bit. Why is it peaking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Shit. Stand by. So many gremlins on this computer at the moment. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. It should be working. It should be working. Yeah, yeah, signal's getting there. You have audio in this scene. Okay. Something to do. Oh. Okay, I think it's something to do with the loop back. Something's weird going on there. Maybe we just don't go to that scene for now. I could just leave it. Is the mic okay? It's still peaking. Am I still peaking? It's still using the webcam. It's not. It's supposed to, it's using Audient. I don't understand what is happening right now. There's some weird... Yeah, okay, the DAW input. What is this doing? I'm so sorry, guys. I've had so many gremlins. I had meetings this week where like half my computer just was not functioning. I had to like restart. I don't know what's going on. I need the Audient. Where's the Audient? Let me just drag this over here. Loop back 3 and 4. It's the 3 and 4. Three and 4. Sorry, guys. Loop back. That's the big loop back. Okay, we're gonna go do this again. Now it's gonna sound even more weird, I think. I don't, can you, yeah, right mic, left ear. I don't know what's going on right now. This is nuts. This is infuriating. Audio 1 and 2. Why are you mono on the left ear? Ah, this is nuts. So I've got some, like, the DAW input here. If we go full screen. So we've got, like, the DAW input. I got the mic working. So the mic is coming. I don't think it's not the webcam. And it's definitely coming in through the mic, which is going to the audience. I got the DAW input. The only way that I can get you guys to hear it is when the DAW input is set to a specific output 1 and 2, which is not what I normally have it on. I usually have it on the loop back. And normally you guys don't have to you don't hear that. Essentially you hear it through the mic input. I don't understand what's going on right now. I've literally changed nothing since last week. Nothing has changed. I don't get it. What do we got here? We got, yeah, the mic's coming in the right input. It's coming right. It's coming correctly. Ooh, this is no good. This is no good, folks. System panel. What we got? Routing going on hasn't changed. DAW through is on the 3 and 4. Main mix 1 and 2. It's got. Oh, what is going on? If it's in the left ear, it's stereo. Where the mic in the sources? This one here. It's coming in on the 1 and 2. It's on input 1, but usually you can't choose 1. It's 1 and 2 in it, but it usually figures out that it's a mono source, like you tell it. Down mix to mono. I don't think that would like change it. Down mix would mean that's just coming in on the left, which now it should be. So that's fine. Like it looks like it's coming in and down mixing, which is correct. So you should be able to hear it left and right. The DAW input, I don't know why. See, if I change it back to what it should be, you guys can't hear me anymore. And that doesn't make any sense to me, because that's not normally how we have it set up. If I turn on, say, this, does this work? Can't actually choose the device for the Logitech. It doesn't work anyway for some reason. How about the cam link? So if can you hear me now? This is using the camera. So I'm talking now. This is using the camera mic. Cam link equals webcam mic, yes. Okay, how bad is this? How bad is this? I mean, I can't say that it's gonna be great, but I don't know why this is not coming through to you guys. I don't get it at all. Other than, yeah. In sources, the middle box, there's no main mic, is there? I don't think the sources are more for on-screen stuff. I don't think the audio stuff is taken care of in here. Can you guys hear me? I can't. I don't know if I'm talking to no one at the moment. It's like next to the ocean. Mm. Yeah, it's because the Camlink mic is not great. It's not great. Oh. Yeah, I think the sources mostly is for visual stuff. I don't know where you can like control the audio stuff in here. It's all through the mixer. You can add inputs here. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember how any of this works now. It's been so long. Audio capture. Let's just add it and see what happens. Door input. Add a new source. We're going to call it mic. We're going to put that through. I mean, it's going to be exactly the same. This, I think it's set up. I don't know what the default is. So whatever the default is, can you hear me now? This is really, really. I assume it's the cam link is the default. It's the worst mic. Yeah. Okay. So I've now set it up as this. Can you hear me now? Probably not, I assume, because it's not working. Blah, 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 blah. We can hear you, really? What? So you were correct, Yannick. But why? Why is it? It's no different to that. It's no different. It's no different than the top one. Is it the better one? Does it sound better quality mic? But it seems really low still. It's all really quiet. I don't know why. Yeah, but quiet in both ears. Okay. Let me see if I can help. Is it gain? No, not really. If I do this, it'll just increase it in the thing. No, I won't be able to do that. I don't know why. I don't know why it's quieter than it used to be, but it's working. So that's something, I suppose. Did I have like... Holy shit. That was loud. I don't know though. You haven't followed me, Roke? What's going on? The filters had, yeah, that's true. That's what I think I'll move them across. Noise suppression, noise gating, compressor. Wow, guys, this is not how I wanted to start the day. This is not what I expected to be doing. I hate technical stuff. You just unfollowed to follow again. Okay. Impressive. Uno momento, everybody. How are you all? How you doing? We'll figure out the keyboard part next. Maybe that's all screwed up too. Everyone loves a good technical stream though, right? Technical issue stream. Noise suppression. use that one. We'll use this. Such weird gremlins. I don't understand. Maybe it's time to really not use Streamlabs anymore. I'm grateful you're here too. It's crazy that you're like, that this has happened. I'm so sorry. 10, 18.5. It's best not to like do these things whilst it's live, you know? And then yeah, output gain of 15. So that will be the clincher here. Hold on to your hats, everyone. How's that? How's that sound a bit louder? A little bit better? Way better? Alright. Alright, okay. What happened? What happened, Streamlabs? You just had a real connection. Crazy. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Because I need to set up also for the nonsense that is this weird stream setup. Louder and better. Woot! How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We can finally start, I guess. It's Stats Booster. Masada, how you doing? Good to see you. Why do you feel the need to rewrite Phoenix? I actually don't really like the samples used. It's a good piece. I really like the work. But I actually don't like a lot of the samples I've used. It's that they haven't aged very well, and so I was hoping to just rewrite it. The thing that bothers me the most is the choir, and I don't think we can actually do the choir because it's like the way I want to do it. I think you would need a real choir. Like there's not a really good choir library that would do what I want it to do. So what I want to do today is actually re-orchestrate Phoenix solely for strings and maybe some brass. I don't know. I have to figure that out. With the idea that at some point this year, I would actually look at getting it scored up for possible performance. So that was my aim, is to make a better string arrangement of it so that it can be played by like a real string orchestra. That's kind of like my goal this year. That'd be kind of cool. I want to get more works for performance if possible. That's what I'm sort of thinking this year. It might be good to actually just have some people play my music in real life. That'd be nice. And the reason why I'm thinking about it now is I wrote a piece on the weekend after seeing a concert by a local group, like a local chamber group, and it was all very quiet, sort of minimalist music, and I got inspired and I made that sort of piece. And the thing about Phoenix is that it's kind of based on a round, so like having a section of music that sort of cycles through different parts of the orchestra, and playing and seeing how those sort of different timings of this motif being played out sort of alter the harmony over time. And that I wrote a sort of similar piece like that on the weekend. It's like, it reminded me of Phoenix. It's like, oh yeah, Phoenix is cool. So yeah, so that's the idea. I might fail. These are kinds of experiments that you got to try. Maybe it's just something that just should stay
stay in the past and I should write something new. But I it still seems like a nice work. Like there's a lot of really nice moments in it, and I want to try and recapture that somehow. Um, mm, Listening to my music and you saw me streaming. Welcome, smallest little Billy. Welcome on in. Would die to watch me perform live. I feel like I would be a really bad live performer though. I would happily have people play my work, but I don't know if I would be very good at being on stage doing things live. There's a lot of works that are kind of like, it's me at the piano and having it would sound like you could have the orchestra playing around me and that would be a thing. But I don't know if I could do that. I'm not a very good live performer. I'm kind of it's just tough. It's just tough for me. A lot of the works that you hear, like my writing that I do, the tracks that you hear, there's a lot of like I play it all, like I'm playing it all with my keyboard, but there's a lot of editing that goes on to a lot of stopping and picking up at certain points to play things better and stuff. So the end result of tracks is not just a singular performance, but it's actually many takes. Yeah, Manchuria, yeah, exactly. Um, the idea of taking themes and reworking them is definitely something that's good to do and to play around with. And, for definitely for film and scoring movies and even games. Yeah, you can only try. Yeah. I don't know. It's on my mind that it's like to be. I write a lot of music, and I'm doing great. Like things are doing really well. Um, oh, Twitch is about to go on an ad. We'll see in a minute. Things are going really well. But sometimes I feel like I'm not a real composer because I feel like I'm just a dude in a room playing his keyboard. Uh, so one of my goals I think this year would be to try and sort of edge my way into some of the more classical side of the music, particularly in Brisbane. Start small and get some people, meet some people and get them potentially interested in my work. So we'll see. We'll see. But it might be harder than I think. I think there's a lot of um like a lot of weird social and classist kind of barriers in classical music. It may just be making this up, but I think they could, I don't know, it might be a bit weird. I'll have to see how it goes. I need to set up this. I need to insert a bus. I need to move that there. Send. Oh. Why can't you just send to that bus? Instead of just a new bus. That's so annoying. This day has been it's stressful. It's been a stressful start to this stream. I don't know why there was so many weird issues. Yeah, but he also gets his work recorded too. Like he does end up, you know, getting people to play the nonsense that he twiddles. So it'd be good to know how to do that, I think. Even if it's just me, like I'm thinking about it, like I could just like throw some money at some recording sessions maybe and get it recorded. I can not never guarantee that like I would ever make my money back on those things though. Like because recording is a lot. It costs a lot of money, particularly if you get, a relatively large ensemble, which I'm probably not going to do. It'd be like a quartet or like a small string chamber group or something. But it's like it still adds up, and I don't know. I prefer just people to play in the normal course of their performance. Programs. You get my music programmed into um, people's everyday thing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good chamber groups in Australia that it'd be really cool to just see them play something of mine or two. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? So have I set up the routing properly over here? Because I was playing around with that before. You have to tell me if you lose sound again. I'm afraid that something will happen. That's set up correctly though. I'm not going to change anything there. So you go to. Oh, this might. Nope, that's still fine. That's still good. And that's 1 and 2. So tell me if you can hear a cello right now. No, you won't be able to hear a cello because that's not working. Why is it why is it only mono? Why is it only mono? So what do you hear now? Is it some weird nonsense again? Like, how about I change this? How's that? Is that better? And you can hear me still? That's not an issue? Yes! We did it! Alright, thanks for coming, guys. Great stream. We got a lot of work done. I hope you guys have a good week. And I'll see you next time, okay? Alright. I got a thing on my wrist too, so I keep on knocking keys because it's so chunky. I've got a bit of RSI, so I'm trying to stop a bit of wrist irritation. You know what I mean? Listen to Phoenix and it's beautiful. Can it be improved really? I'm not really going to improve it. More just update the sounds. I think the writing is fine. Just sort of update the strings. And as I said, I think the choir, it sounds great. Like, you know, like I think I imagine it with choir. But the libraries are just not good. Like, I'm not really big fan of the East-West libraries I used for that track originally. And I think in this version I'll just focus just on the strings, and then get that right. And then, you know, maybe we can hunt for a good choir library that will do what I want it to do better. I feel like there's a little something that's missing. There is a bit of brass at sometimes too, yeah. So we'll think about whether we'll add brass there or not. But yeah, something to consider. Just the choir, yeah. I like the choir. I think it adds a gravitas, you know, but I think it's also hard to pull it off, considering that I'm not getting it recorded. So although a lot of people still love, like, it's probably, I feel like that track does really well, regardless of all these issues that I see with it. This is my problem. I hear certain things and I beat myself up because it doesn't meet some level of, you know, expectation of myself, and, you know, I'm a bit weird like that. I'm a bit weird. Bub 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 bub. You can hear really badly now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes. worse quality. It's back to what it was before. I think what's happening is that Sonar is doing some weird, because I've got two projects open at the moment. So one's the old Phoenix, so the MIDI file for the old Phoenix essentially, and I'm jumping between the two. But when I jump between the two, there's some audio reset that's happening. I think that's what's happening. Um, and I think it's not going to be great. I can't do this, I don't think, on stream. I think this is not going to work. Oh. So it sounds like it was before, really, like just like it sounds like it's coming from a webcam. I think it's glitched the audio. I think that's what's happened. That's all that's happening right now. Um, oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Not quite that bad, but a little degraded a little bit. It's okay. I feel like every time I'm gonna jump between these two windows. Like if I do this again, oh, this is fine. That's now you can hear me now. So it took a while. There it is. Oh, guys, I don't know I can do this. Uh, it came back to me screaming in pain. Oh, hmm. Yeah, it's something to do with Sonar. It's something to do with Cakewalk screwing around with the audio, I think. Um, and hogging things. Brendan, how you going? Still looking for a music producer there? Oh, I hope you can find someone. Really do, buddy. Um, I don't know. I really want to do this. Yeah. I don't know how to troubleshoot this for the stream. I think this is not going to be possible. What a bummer. What a bummer. Can I do something else? So you're saying that the mic sounds compressed? I mean, there is a compressor on there, but I mean, it should sound as it usually is. Mm. It's not bad though. Oh, what am I gonna do then? What do you want to do? This is the problem. I had an idea to do on stream, and now I don't think I can do it. You don't think it sounds bad? Okay. I mean, I don't think the mic was great to begin with, so I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. Um. Okay, maybe what I could do. Okay, suffer me for a moment. I'm going to copy all the MIDI data out of the other project and bring it back in, and then things will reset. So bear with me for like 2 or 3 minutes whilst I do that. We have no audio. You'll just have to sit here in quiet. You're looking at me doing rando things on screen. I'll be back. All right. I'll be here all the time. All the time. I'll see you soon. I sound great. I should be back. Let's see if I can just... Doesn't match... Okay, I don't care. Don't care. Alright, uno momento, we have to go back in. I'll be right back. Alright, we get rid of... Can you hear me now? Hey, there we go. We're back. Did your sound break? No. My sound broke. I think the mic is a bit jank, but I think we're here. We're alive. All right, so I've copied off over the MIDI data now, so we shouldn't have to change projects anymore. I'll just save that. Wow, this has been fun today. I really enjoyed this stream. This has been really good. Been really good. It's interesting to see how very little this, how many instruments there are that are playing. Not that much. Remarkable. All right. Well, I'm just going to copy stuff over. I have no idea how this will sound. You guys remember Phoenix? I'm going to play, I'll put Phoenix in. I'll drag in a audio file. See if I can find it. There, it should be here. Somewhere? No? Phoenix. There we go. That'll do. Why is it a trumpet? Oh, right. It's got MIDI that's plugging into things. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Gets really loud. Oh my god. I'll just play this. I'm gonna go to the loo quickly, so you guys can hear what I'm actually gonna play around with right now, and then we'll come back and see what we can do. It's so high. Eat J. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is the track. This is what we're working on today. I think I wrote this back in 2018. It's 8 years ago, guys. 8 years. So there's a lot about it that I like. Like I love the structure of it. I love how the harmony sort of shifts and turns and the idea is like this is like a round, like there's various parts of the orchestra playing exactly the same motif over and over again. And it sort of builds to something that's kind of a mess but also kind of pretty. But the strings are the choir is very meh. I'm not a big fan of the choir. But it is of its time. But I don't have a better choir. So the idea today is to rewrite this for strings, or maybe for orchestra, because there's a lot of brass in there that adds a lot of drama as well. With the idea that we could maybe score this up to then have it available for people to play if they want to. That would be the idea. Yeah, 8 years ago. Not too many people here today, Bryn, because I think first pretty much 45 minutes of this stream was tech issues. There was no audio working out for a long time. I think a lot of people were not up for that, I think. So yeah, we got the MIDI now. Here's the MIDI. It's pretty straightforward. All sorts of noises outside today. I think what we might do, like, it's a lot of the choir is doing a lot of a lot of different parts along with the strings at different times, entering at different moments. And I think we need to somehow spread their contributions across the orchestra a little bit more, so that it doesn't sound like they're missing. So they need to start playing things in different parts of the orchestra, I think. So see how this goes. If yeah, finding one of the big challenges of doing using MIDI from old years ago is that oftentimes it's really doesn't work very well for your new libraries. So we might have to do a lot of reworking to make it work. But I think that's not going to be too much of an issue, I don't think. Why did that not copy? No, I don't think you've heard the original version. Yeah, it's pretty old. Hasn't gotten that. I mean, a lot of people do like it, but it hasn't got as much attention as a lot of other ones. And I think in many ways it's because of the kinds of libraries I was using. I don't think they quite worked. You can hear that it is fake, like sometimes you can suspend belief with some works of mine, but that one you definitely can't. And it does hinder the accessibility, I think. That's fine. It's right. Try that. Time is flying, yeah. Brandon, you can send me, if you can email me, I'll try to keep my eye out for it. Just email us scott@scottbuckley.com.au and I'll have a look at what you're doing. Check it out. There's one tuber that you miss a lot. He's been on, he used to be on almost every week. Who was that? I hope they're okay. You're making food good. You need sustenance. All right, French horns. French horns. I may have to. It's a very simple orchestration as well, so we may want to spread the love around the brass a little bit more. Tony's Wildlife. All right. Hope Tony's okay. Wow, look at that. Dense French horn stuff. I don't know how this will work. Legato. Yeah, if we want to actually score this properly, we'll have to do some reorchestration of that brass, I think. We'll try trombone, trumpet legato for that one. See how that works. And then these are open. These are I think we got basses. No, I don't know what these are actually. They must be. These are unlabeled tracks, so I actually don't know what they are. We got soprano, alto, probably tenors and basses, and then some sort of thing that's kind of doing what the French horns are doing almost. Like just chord stuff. I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose. All right, prepare your ears. This may be flippin' horrible. Wow, the modulation on this is nuts. It's the volume. Volume's crazy. Can I just nix that? I need to just delete. Convert MIDI to envelopes. There we go. Delete. That's way too fast as well. We'll drop that a bit. Very quiet. It's because the modulation is so low at that point. Robert, I'm an old subscriber on YouTube. Thanks, buddy. Come to Twitch because yeah, Re-orchestrating Phoenix, absolutely. Can you please orchestrate your old tracks and release as an album? I mean, there's some tracks definitely want to revisit. So I'll be doing that probably a bit more this year. The re-update, sort of update some old tracks. Another one is like One Falls to the Fire. It's one I want to revisit because I think I got better cellos now that I can do it with. But yeah, I'll probably just scatter them amongst library albums. I want to do a lot of library album releases to catch up because I'm way behind. So that's what I want to do. Is the artifact of how the old library control exactly it is. Yeah. So these, I think this would have been way back when I was using mostly symphonic orchestra. So the really old. Uh, thanks for the salt. Thanks for the follow, Robert. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, the East West Symphonic Orchestra, so the really old stuff. I don't know whether I was using. I don't know whether I was using Hollywood Orchestra at that point. I don't know when Hollywood Orchestra came out. Hollywood Orchestra East West release date. Like 2020 maybe? I don't know. I don't know anymore. The AI is not helping me very much. Hollywood Orchestra I don't think came out 2010. I think Hollywood Orchestra is much like it's the new iteration of the thing. But maybe oh no, maybe it did. Yeah, 2010. So maybe I was using Hollywood Orchestra. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, Enderblade. I stand corrected. Hmm. So maybe I was using because I think I bought Hollywood Strings fairly early on. I didn't have the Composer Cloud, I think, at that point. So I ended up buying strings, I think. Kuros, thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, Insta's fine, Brendan. Yeah. I'll try to keep my eye out there. I tend not to respond to a lot of DMs there, but I'll keep my eye out for you. This is not a great bass patch for this. Hmm. Yeah, we need to kind of get rid of all this. Probably all of it, to be honest. I think all the modulation needs to go. All the envelope nonsense probably just needs to go. We need to re-record it. Oopsie. Okay, you guys actually can't see it. I'm clicking on down here. Sorry. I think I'm behind the camera. Let me go click on this, convert to MIDI. Hey, kitty. Hey, Brendan's kitty. Da, 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 da. What did I do here? What is this? I oh, that's velocity. You do like some weird editing for. I've never opened that before. Wow, that's weird. It could be that I need to re-record everything here. Why is that? Could be that I need to re-record everything just to make it perform better with the new patches. But I guess it's kind of good to just get things in place, and I can hear where things come in and what they're playing, and I can re-record if I need to. I think we will. I think we will definitely need to re-record. But that's okay. It's weird revisiting old music though. Seeing all the weird choices that you did back. It was only 8 years ago, but even 8 years ago, you're a different person. Things change. Remember using Ederol and Garriton? Now, Ederol, I miss you so much. Made life so much easier. Now it's all about having like a billion libraries to do the same thing, but slightly differently. Yeah. Oh, what did I just... Gosh. Trumpets. This is probably going to sound really awful for a very long time, and I apologize, guys. It's not like how I normally write, where I'm writing something that's rather finished straight away. This will be kind of rubbish for a while, I think. Enjoy food, Jay. You need it. Mm. It's crazy that Opus is he has already 5. And that yeah, I did not think about Hollywood Orchestra being 2010. That seems nuts to me. Time has no I have no relative sense of time anymore. It's gone. Everything is gone. Okay, the brass probably needs to just quieten down a little bit. So let's put in a few little markers to figure out where things are entering. So the violas into here. And then we got violins 2. And then violins 1. And then the French horns. And then the trumpets. So stepwise escalation. I figure what bass patch would be best for this. Not really found a great bass patch for like moving bass. It always sounds so muddy. Seems really quiet. I will use performance samples. Yeah. Although I may be forced to use some other library for the basses here. What would I use? I remember actually the new ensemble. The ensemble strings from performance samples actually has a great bass. Like the bass sound in that is really good. Let's try that. Let's try that. The ensemble patch. Sorry, it's the Vista 2. Yeah, Vista 2 ensembles. Weirdly enough, they sound really good. Your 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 owner told you to come here. Okay. How you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah, me too. Jasper needs all the love, right? So good. Um, he's doing really good things, and I really need him to finish Vista 2. I really need him to finish Vista 2. He needs to. I don't know. The poor guy. I feel like he's got a lot on his plate to get finished. Why is that? Does he have help? I can't help him, but the problem with that, it's only the lowest octave that has the basses. They're probably the best sounding basses, but there's only so many of them. It's so many notes. What a shame. All right. Who would also be good? Maybe let's give Pederis Vesks a go. It's been a while. Not really, actually. I use them on the weekend, but not the ensemble strings. Sign, play out. You're like a therapist at the group as Rocket says, hell yeah. We all need it in these weird times. Hope you're all staying safe. Needs a bit of a boost. maybe. See how that goes. I'll move that up. Just want something that can be, it's not too boomy, and is kind of agile to play a melody like this, because I don't often have the bass playing such a angular, like a almost a melody. I don't normally do that. Usually they're just playing bass notes into along with chords. So I want it to be kind of, and what was I using in the original, I wonder. Actually, to be honest, I haven't tried using Hollywood strings for a while. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a crack. Mm, mm. I see that I've been seeing that pop up that there's an update for months now. I suppose I should do that at some point. Let's try legato. We can go max. We can max it out. Although I think the mod wheel doesn't work with the max. Maybe that's something we want. We'll see. Opus. I'll just go the light. See how that goes. Oh, that's right. There was the strings too. I haven't actually downloaded that. Maybe that's what I need. Forgot about that. Right. That's the problem. The new one's probably to my taste as well, because it's more of a chamber sound. I do like a bit of a chamber sound, I think. Yeah, I'm using SSDs, yeah. But I think I've run out of internal places for them to connect to, so may need some like external stuff maybe. Move things around. Really, Robert? I don't need that. I have no way around it. I need all the space I can get. These libraries are bloody huge these days. Got a new PC and the storage price hike happened, and you have no space but a new nice computer. That's great. How's the memory? Did you manage to get some memory? That was the problem. I bought my Amanda a new computer recently, and the memory was like astronomical. Um, didn't need like fine. Like we didn't have to get a ton, but it's like, uh, what is going on? You got 64. Very good, very good. I'm not looking forward to a time where I have to replace this thing. It's like 128 plus all the hard drives. Spooky music? Maybe. No, it's supposed to be like a pretty track that sort of builds over time. Um, this is a reorchestration of a very old track, which is this is what it sounds like, the old version. 16 gig of DD5 is $2,000? No way, Robert. Wow, wow. It's crazy. Yeah, this computer's got 128, but that was at a time when, AI wasn't ruining the world, so, good for me. But I don't really want this computer to die on me. That's true, Kenneth. Yeah, I don't think it's DDR5. Actually, well, have a look. RAM. How do you find your RAM? System info? That doesn't really tell you though, does it? Yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's record some. Oh, I don't need that. Some modulation. Oh, okay. Record sound on sound. Oh, it's come a long way since pro audio days. It sure has. Alright, well, let's play with that now. I think we need to re-record these, but for now, we'll just sort of build it up and see how it's feeling. I use Sound and Sound all the time, Kenneth. I don't tend to want. I don't know why the default is always set to comping for me. Yeah, Sound and Sound because I want to have control over what I'm editing and things. No, that legatos and hollow strings are great in the blade. Absolutely. Oh, Brendan. Yeah, I'm old school like that, Kenneth. Yeah, these fellas are not right either. Rupert Neve, yep. That's a master bus transformer. I only got it maybe a couple months ago. Still kind of learning how to use it in my workflow, but getting there. There's a mistake. Yeah, that'll do for now. Share, thank you. Cat's been too much? Ah, that's fine. Copy. Let's leave that for now. I think we need to rework that. Will it change the choir? Yeah. I actually think I might get rid of the choir for this version at least. And try to insert those parts that the choir's playing into the orchestra a bit more. So it's a bit more just orchestral based. And mostly because the choir libraries I have are not very good these days. Like they're pretty much the same. I've got the same library that can kind of do what I was using before, and it's not. I don't think it's that great. I don't think I can make it do what I want it to do. So at least for this at this iteration, we'll just make it orchestra. And the other one will always be there if you want to go back and listen. I won't ever get rid of it. It's just re-updating it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just, if I try to re-record this, what do we do? Yeah! And a lot of people still love the old one over the new one, so it's fine. You can do that. We might do this because I actually haven't used the click here, but I think maybe we should. Phoenix, yeah! A lot of folks love it. I really like it too. It's going to go down here. Yep. It's doing something else at the end there. I don't know what it's doing. We'll evaluate that. Did I watch Andor? Yes, I did. Finally got around to it. Bit of a James Horner vibe? Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Yeah, I really love the music in Andor. I think I preferred the first season though more than the second. There was a new composer for the second season. I think it was Nicholas Brittle for the first one. I forget who did the second one. And I feel like they did a lot more work in the second season to kind of bridge the like the language, the like the musical language between Andor and the new series, like the mainline series. And sometimes I think it didn't quite succeed. I think maybe they should have just stuck to the like I guess like the vibes they were going for in the first one. I think the second season was not as successful. But dude, such it's still really, really good. Really good stuff. Really, really good. Let's see. I can do some cello. And I really love those like opening, like the title, the Andor sort of coming on screen, how it sets the scene for the episode. Such a good choice. Absolutely, absolutely, Danny. Yeah. Whoops. Okay. I think I've got some other track engaged. Oops. Uh, ready for the Lord of the Rings Hunt for Gollum? A little bit. I mean, I've been reading Lord of the Rings at the moment. Um, I just started at Two Towers, which is going great. But in Fellowship, they like got to the point where yeah, Gandalf and Aragorn sort of talk about them hunting for Gollum in the lead up to the meeting at Elrond's place in Rivendell. It sounds intriguing. I just don't know, like, you know, I just don't know how it's going to play, given that you're not going to get Vigo back. Like, is this? There's like how many? How many? How many people can pull off what Vigo did in Lord of the Rings? I don't know. I can imagine anyone else as Aragorn. Crazy. Be prepared for a million songs about the Entwives. Oh no, there's already been so many songs. Are you? Is it pretty normal to just kind of skip over those a little bit? Because I tend to just kind of read them very briefly and kind of get the gist. Some of them are really good. Some of them have some pretty cool, like deep lore, if you really care to look at it. But it's like some of it's just kind of, you know what? I probably don't need to know this song. And I assume they would get Howard Shore back, but who knows? Who knows? Is even Peter Jackson directing this movie? So I feel like he'd be ready just to not anymore. Like I remember he's like he is, yeah, okay. I remember his experience with The Hobbit was horrible. Like he had such a bad time. It'd be hard to imagine he want to keep on doing it. Might just pop it up here. Might just think Hobbit's not so good because of the budget of the movie and expensive using CGI. Okay, so maybe is there is the hope that it's going to be more of a practical effects kind of movie. I mean, that's the strength of what they like. Lord of the Rings was far more grounded in like model work and um. Well, although they did a lot of stuff, like all the big army sort of simulation stuff was all Lord of the Rings, right? I don't know. Hmm. Ah, okay. One month. Oh my god. Yeah, should never have been as long as it was. Agreed. Lucky that they were maybe 2 movies, but in The Hobbit's just a short romp, really. When you read it, just a fun little children's adventure. Oops, sorry. Oh, Kenneth, you gotta watch it. You gotta. If you're at all into Star Wars, I think you really appreciate it. It's a very like a different take on Star Wars, but if you get a chance, very lovely, beautifully shot, beautiful storylines. Brings a lot more meaning to everything. You know, there's so much more thought put into Andor than any of the other Star Wars, I think. Very like adult storytelling, in comparison to a lot of the other Star Wars, which is, you know, for better or for worse, like more all ages kind of affair. Mm. Copied, thank you. Oh, we're getting there. This track has got a long way to go, I think, to get it to the point where I'm gonna be pretty happy with it, I think. I know. It's just those like little moments of like the bass line going down to the minor six, and it's like this like kind of weird release, bittersweet, melancholy release. It's beautiful. If I do say so myself, but it's like it's, you know, it works. Damn it, I played it wrong. I played the wrong notes. Okay. Bit of an anno? Yeah, okay. Those games are great. My wife plays a lot of anno. Crimson Desert. This game seems too good to be true. I've seen like all the press leading up to it. It's an interesting game. I think I might have to play it. So much going on. What's going on with that French horn, actually? Seems out of time. Alright. Oh, hitting the wrong buttons. what I was doing with that French horn. It seems a bit freewheeling. Seems a bit of a freewheeling spirit. Use their own engine, eh? Don't see that happen much these days. Yeah, it seems like everything, every game, all in one. Seems too good to be true. See what? Let's try and keep it in the family. Well, see if I can load a violin soloist. See where that takes us. Which would be a good one? Maybe this one. This one's kind of expressive and over the top. I think I might have to go soon, guys. Getting very hungry. Hungry earlier today for some reason. I'll have a quick bio break though. I'll be right back. Right. My mic is sorry guys. I'm really bad today. It's really bad. So Phoenix is actually an old track. So it's like from 2018 and I'm trying to play around with it again. See if I can reboot it a little bit. Yeah, share away, Kate. You got ideas. I can't guarantee I'll take them all, but you know. Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds interesting. Hmm. Oh. Thanks for asking. Oh, thank you, Kate. Hmm. Cool, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree. It's got a very majestic kind of vibe to it. Anna's theme? Wow, that's another one, Robert. that is ancient. Early 2000s, that one. Pretty sure I wrote that. It was during my music degree, pretty sure. Yeah, me too. One of the things, like a lot of the old ones, I've kind of stopped. I've not put on the Spotify just because they're just of an age. You know, I feel like if I do need to put them up, I should redo them. I think. So the cool thing about this track is it's kind of just like the same motif being sort of shared around the orchestra. So it's kind of almost like programmatic in a way. Like you kind of set an algorithm and it's sort of playing out over time. It's kind of like I love about this idea that these sort of these harmonies and these sort of yeah, sort of little sort of moments sort of appear out of nothing, you know. It's cool. Me too, Cuckoo. I think most people are kind of alright with it. Um, it's just a different way of writing, I suppose. I mean, there is obviously the problem of like replacing recordings with MIDI. You know, there's a lot of that's happened. Um, but yeah, I don't know. On a whole, I don't know how they feel. It's kind of like the issue that we're all feeling with AI. It's like, is it the same kind of problem? I don't know. Maybe everything will be fine in 10 years and no one will really care anymore. Who knows? Sushi, how you doing? How you doing, guys? Unfortunately, for a track like this, I feel like having it played by a real orchestra a real string orchestra would be of a benefit. Some things that MIDI can't just do really well. Is there notes and sheet music for it as well, or is it just digital music? So there is notes. So all of this is using a programming language called MIDI, which all music programs that, you know, that you use for music, they utilize MIDI to sort of to function. It's just a kind of a way of telling the software where the notes and what notes and how long the notes are and those sort of things. And so all of these can be turned into notes. At the moment, all it looks like, my view here is kind of just blocks of recordings in a way. But all of these notes that I've played in here are, logged by the computer. And I can actually view a notation view in here if I want to. Where is it? Staff view. It's not great because the way I've performed it is not always perfectly on the beat, because the samples sometimes you need to be ahead of the notes to make it sound like it is on the beat. It's a bit weird, but once you do something like it's called quantizing, which brings all the notes back into the beat essentially, you can then have a really nice, pretty score that you can give to someone. Normally, what you would do with Cakewalk, if you're like wanting to write up a score, is to export the MIDI out of Cakewalk and bring it into a program like Dorico or Sibelius or something like that, where you can actually make a proper score from, to make it look pretty so people can read it, because that's not very readable by anybody really. No one's gonna take that and read it. Nobody using a real orchestra for Creative Commons? No, Robert. It's not very feasible, I don't think. Yeah. Which is a bummer. I do want to start trying to get some soloists though. I think maybe it's something I could do. I hope so, Kenneth. Maybe. If it's good enough in the end, I feel like it's good enough. Maybe we'll get it engraved and have it ready. But it's like, I don't know who will take it though. Like, I would love some of my local chamber groups or something to take it or something. Like those kinds of ideas, I'd love to start working with them, but I don't know. I don't know how to do it. How to meet them and all that. Yeah, youth orchestras, yeah. I do get a lot of people asking me about my music and whether there's scores. And it's a lot of like that sort of thing. Student orchestras, youth orchestras. But a lot of it I just don't have. None of it's been engraved, so. What's the program I use? I'm using Cakewalk Sonar. Yeah. Steve, how you going? Hope you're well. Well, we've made a start on this. It is kind of functioning as a track. I think the ending, I'm a little unsure how that works at the moment, because I've got to revisit the old track. And then there's a whole bunch of parts that we haven't brought in, which are like the old choir stuff. So I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of coming in at similar points to other things. So they're not doing anything totally dissimilar to what's already there. Soprano's coming with the trumpets. Alto's coming with the French horns. The tenors coming with the violins, the violin ones. And the basses with the violas. So it's like they're pretty much doing what's there. There is a lot of like this stuff though. I don't know what this patch is doing. A lot of chord-based stuff. And then the French horns. Yeah, we have to figure out what we want to do with them. But that's cool. We may start. Coming back to Oz. Hey! Congrats, man. Feel like it's been a lost over the years after COVID and whatnot. Yeah. A lot of it. Yeah, when I was in Sweden, it's hard to follow people in the same time zones. in like from your old time zones. It's really tough. Kids starting school next year, you want to be back in Oz for childhood. Oh, that's amazing. Well, that's exciting, man. I hope that works out well, man. This question keeps popping up now. Out of nowhere, and I meant to ask, have you ever wanted to write library tracks inspired by D&D Warhammer? I think you can come up with something very epic. I've thought about it, definitely. Definitely got a big D&D following who use my music. So it'd be probably great great business decision if I decided to make like, you know, albums worth of music dedicated to D&D. I think that'd be probably be good. But it's good to know what they need. You know, what kind of music that would be best for that. Because yeah, be kind of good to workshop that, I think. But yeah, I agree, Kay. Yeah. Hmm. Guys, I might call it there. I'm gotta go find some food. I'm really hungry. But thank you for hanging out, guys. And sorry for all the weird tech issues at the beginning. I have no idea what happened. Um, but you know, we'll just deal and I'll figure out, I'll try and figure out what's happening next time. And it's definitely something to do with the swapping of cakewalk projects, I think. Do you remember the earliest VST plugins? Yes. Do you remember what they are? Since they can get so pricey, I'm curious if you to hear where you started off. Yeah, definitely the first library I ever bought was the I don't know, you may have not heard of it, but the Edirol orchestral soft synth. So Edirol is a company that's owned by, or was, I don't know if they still are, owned by Roland. And it was it was like a um, just a VST, very really lightweight, nothing like what libraries are these days. I'm pretty certain. I think it's certain there were samples, but they were like they must have been incredibly compressed, like the tiniest little audio files in it. Oh, sorry. And so yeah, that was what I started with, the Edirol orchestral software. If you Google it, look it up. And I bought that for I think it was $8.99 Australian dollars, which, you know, I might have been I don't know, 16 or 17 at the time, and that was big money for me back then. But I got a lot of mileage out of that. Many years of work. And there is still tracks in the library, so if you're feeling up to looking things up and listening later, there are a couple of tracks in the library. I think the one that I can only think of now, I may have pulled some of them out of there, but there's one called Concerning Hobbits. We're talking about Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, there it is. Concerning Hobbits. Search. So this track, this was with the Edirol. So this is what it sounded like. Okay, maybe you can't hear that, but probably can't hear that. But please go check it out. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for its age. It has aged pretty well, considering. That was back when I was trying to write an orchestral suite that went with The Hobbit. Back in the day. Back in the day. That was very, very long time ago. Anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out today. I'm not going to change scenes because I don't know what's going to... Oh, actually, I will change scenes, but I don't know what's going to happen. I will have great lunch. Thinking of some Vietnamese. Yummy Vietnamese. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks.